Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you my first quarterly TBR. So if you're new here, welcome. I am doing my first quarterly video ever. Like I've never done a quarterly TBR so far. I've always done monthly TBRs and now I'm switching onto quarterly videos because I'm very busy. I don't want to go back into that because I feel like I repeat myself in every videos, but you can go ahead and watch my channel update a video where I talk about these changes on my channel, or my 2026 goals video where I also talk about the reason why I'm doing this. But mainly I've been only rolling over books every month. All the time, and I'm not reading as many books as I would hope for. So it's very tedious for me to edit these videos and, well, film them, but then edit them, and it's just the same books over and over again that I'm just rolling over for like a couple of months. So I don't want to do that anymore, and that's why I'm going to be talking about books I have in mind for the next couple of months that I'm probably going to get to throughout those months. And so this is going to cover January, February, and March. So first of all, I participate in the Buzzwordathon, as I've been for the last couple of years, 4 years, I think. I don't know, I don't remember, but I've been participating for a while. I have not been able, I think I managed to achieve it like 1 year, but last year was terrible. And I have a goal of reading 24 books this year as an easy mode, 36 books for medium mode, and 52 books for hard mode. I have not been able to achieve 52 books in the last 5 years. So that's why I'm trying to be a little bit more gentle with myself with these goals, because I have a lot going on, and one per month is already a lot with the Buzzwordathon. It adds up very quickly to 24 books, but we'll try nonetheless. So for January, the buzzword is before or after. For that prompt, I decided to go with Tokyo Ever After, which I'm going to be buying on my Kobo reader. I've heard about this book a very long time ago, and it feels like an easy, cutesy, cozy read. And back in the days when I heard about it, I heard like mainly only good things. So I'm willing to give it a try, and the cover is just so cute as well. So that's the vibes I'm getting from it, and I think after reading so many fantasy books, this is going to be a good palate cleanser. For February, I have not decided on one prompt just yet. I do have a couple of options, which I'm going to talk about right here. The prompt is to read a word that you can see on a keyboard. Obviously, you have the letters, but like that's way too basic. So I decided to go mostly with punctuation keys. The first one I have in mind is Je m'appelle Frida Kahlo, which is a book from a French-Canadian author. She's also an actress from here, and she did these amazing books. There's more than one. This is one of them. She did amazing books on Frida Kahlo, and I did study visual arts, so this is definitely something I'm really interested in. I haven't read it just yet because I was waiting. I don't know what I was waiting. So I'm excited to get to this one. It is kind of like a picture book, so it should be easy to read, but there are quite nice pictures and so pretty. So yeah, excited to get to it. I've got 2 more books that I can't show you just now, which are Bookshops and Bone Dust and Brigand and Bread Knives, which are books number 0 and number 2 of the Legends and Lattes series. Those ones are currently wrapped. So I can't show them to you. If my son picks those books up, then I might include it as a buzzword. If not, then it's probably not going to be an option that I'm going to pick just yet. My last option for this prompt is A Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb, which is the next book I need to get to after Ship of Destiny. So again, the apostrophe. But I don't know if I'm going to finish Ship of Destiny in January in time to get to Fool's Errand. So I don't know if it's a good option. We'll see. For March, I have 3 options. The prompt is to read a book that has this, that, these, or those in the title. The first option is This Poison Heart, which I've heard about like so much in the past. I might get to. The other one is Everyone on This Train Has Killed Someone, which is book number 2 of Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. I do have book number 1, which I haven't read yet, and it is wrapped. So if I get to this book, it's only going to be because I've read the first book, which needs to be picked by my son first. So the chances are very slim that I get to that one. And then the third option is to read These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I've heard about this book so much in the past as well. So we'll see. I don't own it, but I will go purchase it if I need to. So those are going to be my options for the next 3 buzzwords. I forgot to say that the buzzword has been created by Kayla from Books and Lala, so you can go ahead. I think I have the link to her videos in the description, so you can go ahead and watch her channel, watch her video, which explains it all. And the next readathon I'm participating in is A Year in Ailja. This one was created by G from BookRoast, and it is an additional side quest type of thing to the Aurelium Readathon, which is the OG Readathon. Used to be called the Magical Readathon. Yeah, so those usually occur during the month of April and September. And the Year in Ailja is 1 prompt per month, and you have this map. You go pretty much where you want to go on the map, and like the point where you get to is there's like prompts related to where you're at on the map, and it's 1 per month, and you cannot skip a prompt because like you're following a path, so you can't just skip a part of the map, if that makes sense. I did not manage to achieve it last year, but I'll try again this year. But again, another readathon with 1 book a month, which brings me already to 24 books. I don't know how I'm realistically going to be able to achieve it, but we'll see. The first prompt for January that I chose is read a book published in 2025. So for that one, I decided to go with a memoir. I've seen 2 that I'm interested in, but I chose one of them for that prompt, and it is We Did Okay, Kid by Sir Anthony Hopkins. I cannot tell you how big of a fan of Sir Anthony Hopkins I am. When I was a kid, I watched The Mask of Zorro so many times. I haven't watched it in a very long time though, but I could probably recite it by heart right now. Okay, maybe not right now. It's been so long, but I used to be able to do that. I've been watching it since I was 8 years old, so almost 30 years ago. I'm a huge fan. I watched Silence of the Lamb once, and it was enough for me. I love his work so much, and knowing that he came out with his memoir, I need to get it. I need to read it. It is extremely expensive. The physical copy is like over $40, which I have paid recently books those prices. And I thought I'd just buy the digital version, and the digital version is $36.99. It just came out like in November, I think, or October, something like that. But like, I get it, but I'm still going to be reading it nonetheless. I could borrow it at the library, but I can't make it work with my e-reader, and I cannot read on my phone. I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna spoil my enjoyment of the read. So I prefer buying it, and most books here are in French. not in English. They do have like big bestseller titles in English here that I could borrow, but this one is too new. So I'll probably purchase it. I don't know what version just yet, but I will get to it for sure. I'm really interested in it, especially knowing, like, I've seen many interviews of him and he has his way with words and talking about things that is just so fascinating that, like, I know I'm going to enjoy it for sure. So yeah, the prompt for February is to read a book from your bottom right shelf. My shelves are only filled with read books. If I haven't read it, it's not on my shelves. If I haven't read it, it's here on my cart. So I decided to go with a bottom-ish shelf towards the right. And the last one that you can't see here, they're all wrapped books, which I'm gonna get back to in a moment. So I can't just, like, I don't want to pick from a wrapped book. So I decided to go with the ones that aren't wrapped. And the one I chose is Lair of Dreams, book number 2 of the Diviners series, which is a series I'm reading for a dedicated vlog. I did start my reread of the Diviners. I'm gonna restart that all over again because I did start vlogging that, but I didn't get far enough and it's been way too long. So I'm gonna start over, scrap that and start it all over and try to get to this one by February. And for March, the prompt is to read a book with food on the cover. I had a hard time finding that one. I haven't found anything with food per se, but I did find something with a drink. And I'm gonna make it count. I don't care if you don't agree with it, but I'm going to be reading That Time I Got Drunk, number 3, which I'm not sure of the exact title, but the third book. I already read the first 2, love them, easy read, fun reads. It was funny. Both of them were funny and fun and engaging, so I'm sure I'm gonna love book number 3 as well. And it usually has a drink on the cover, so I'm gonna go with that. If I find something else with like actual food, I might change it, but I'm gonna probably make this one work. As you've probably guessed, I'm also going to be rolling over a lot of books. I am doing a Robin Hobb, I don't want to say read along because I'm pretty much alone by myself reading those, but I am going through all of the Elderling Realm books. Right now, I'm on book number 6-ish, the third book of the second trilogy, which is Ship of Destiny. So my goal is to finish this book for the next 3 months. Hopefully, I'll finish it very soon so I can get to book number 7. Hopefully, we'll see. These are very long books to read because the font is quite small. It's very packed on the page and they are 800 pages. So it does take me quite a bit of time to read them, but I do want to make some progress in those. Next, I also have wrapped books. So all of the books that are not sequels or prequels that I haven't read yet, I have wrapped up like this, well, like these. And my son picks one for every month. So that helps me get through like older books. Sometimes I get more recent books that I've purchased, but it helps me get through my physical books that I own that I haven't read. The one for January I opened in my bullet journal video, and it was Tales from the Cafe, which is Before the Coffee Gets Cold, book number 2, which I'm really excited about. It's not too long, so it should be an easy read for January. Then I have this one for February, which I really don't know what book it is. I can sometimes guess, like for this one, I did guess it was gonna be this one. I can't say. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I don't necessarily want to cheat or anything, but I don't know. We'll see. I am going to be opening it only with the bullet journal of next month. So that's February. And then I've got the book for March, which is a big one. And I'm not sure. I think it's a John Gwynne book. I don't know. We'll see when I open it in March. Next, I'm rolling over a book that were wrapped and opened in 2025 that I didn't have time to get to. The first one is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I did not know this was book number 3 when I bought it, but I'm quite well aware with the stories of Sherlock Holmes, so I'm not too worried about it, but it is quite a small writing font. So yeah, it is gonna probably take me a bit of time to get to it, but I think it's gonna be a different type of read, which I do enjoy a lot. So yeah, I also have owned this for a very long time, so I'm just happy to get to it and prioritize it for once, because I've put it on my TBR for many times. The next one is Uglies, which is quite an older title, but I do want to get to it and finally make up my mind with this series. I do own book number 2 and 3, I think. So yeah, we'll see. Next, I have Twin Crowns, which was a book I got, an extra book that I got from a Fairy Loot box. I don't remember which one. It has nice spread edges. It is quite a stiff book though, but I have not heard about it. It talks about 2 sisters, 1 crown. No idea what it's about. It is fantasy coming from Fairy Loot, obviously, but no idea what it's about. 2 different authors for this book. Intriguing, but the cover is really nice. So the next one is Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. I really enjoyed Eliza and Her Monsters, so I'm excited to see what this is going to be about. If I remember that last book that I read from them, I think this should be an easy read as well, more contemporary. The font isn't like too big, it's well spaced out, so it should be an easy read. And the last wrapped book that I'm rolling over into 2026 is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I've heard amazing things about this book. I cannot wait to get to it finally. And dystopian is one of my favorite subgenres. So, and the last 3 books I want to talk about are 4 dedicated vlogs that are in progress. So the first one is the Grishaverse dedicated vlogs. So I'm now on book 3 of Shadow and Bone, Ruin and Rising, and then I'll move on to the 6 of Crows duology next, which I've already read, but I haven't read the last duology, King of Scars, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm now on this one. I haven't read Shadow and Bone before either. I am enjoying it, not as much as 6 of Crows, but I can't wait to see how I'm going to enjoy 6 of Crows as much as I did the first time around that I read them. I don't know. But yeah, I cannot wait to make some progress in this vlog. The next one is, as you've probably guessed, The Diviners, because I did say I was going to read Lair of Dreams. I'm gonna restart it again, but I am excited to get back into this universe. I loved it the first time around. I was still enjoying it the second time I started my reread, but yeah. And the last book I want to get to in the next 3 months is the sequel to Senlin Ascends. So I just finished this book. This is a series of 4 books, the Books of Babel. So this is book number 1, just finished it. And I want to get to book number 2, which is Arm of the Sphinx. So really excited to get to it. I gave this one a 5 stars, so I cannot wait to make some progress in that series as well. I've heard less good things the more you get into the series, but still excited nonetheless to get to it. So that is it for me. I'm aiming at between 2 and 4 books per month. So I should get to most of these books by the end of the first quarter. I don't know, we'll see. If you're interested in my bullet journal time lapse, you might be able to see what I actually managed to read by the end of each of the months. And you'll probably see as well what titles I move on and roll over to the next month, or which ones I don't because I've read them. So there are going to be lots of hints basically in those videos. So if you want to know more, you can go watch them when they come out. I hope you enjoy this maybe a little bit longer video, but less redundant, I guess, format of TBRs. Let me know if if you've read any of the books I've mentioned here today. What are your books on your TBR for the next couple of months? I would love to know. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in the next one.